Today's review is, surprisingly, another double IPA, this time from Glasgow Masters Overtone. This is Pure Magic, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today, Overtone Pure Magic. This is another double IPA from the double IPA pack that I got from Beer Dad, and this is 8.4% ABV. So what have we got in here? Well, and why is it called Pure Magic? Well, I read a little bit about the blurb. It's a music theme. A lot of Overtone stuff has got a lot of music theme. This is inspired by the legendary Scottish band Pilots and their iconic song Magic. I've never heard of them, and I've never heard of that song either. Hops wise, Galaxy, Mutueka and Strata. Let's crack this open. I'm going to take my glasses off and stick it in a glass, see what it's all about. Overtone. I think they used to make really great, well, I think they still make really great beers, but I've had some strange ones from them recently. Well, I haven't had that many, but one I had last time I had them was a double IPA that was a very strange beer that seemed to change its profile. By the end of the video, it was different than it was at the beginning of the video. So I'm interested to see what this is like. Certainly, I've poured it out, and it already looks like a proper New England IPA or double IPA. Bright yellow. You can see how lovely and thick yellow looking that is. Well, we've got about 2 fingers of fairly compacted, just off white head. A little few loose bubbles there, but that looks pretty good. Nice and thick and lovely and custard looking. That's how the way I like it. And as I've opened the can now, the room's already filling, the aroma's already filling the room. So, wow, just unpacking that aroma. There's a real sweet, peachy sort of aroma to this. I wasn't really expecting. What were the hops? Galaxy, Mutueka and Strata. At the end of the day, it smells really good. Lots of tropicalness, peachy sweetness. There is a little bit of that lime and citrus coming through from the Mutueka. And I did say Strata, didn't I? Did I say Strata? Yeah, Strata, which is not my favourite hop. I think it's a bit low down in the mix, which is a good thing. So, let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that is really, really good. Oh, yeah, I don't know what my expectations were. I think, as I said about Overtone, is that I've always felt that they've done good beers, but they can be a bit inconsistent. And some of the beer it's almost like they reach for the skies in some, and some of the very sort of, I wouldn't say average, like certainly not compared with like supermarket beer, but just not quite, you know, hitting the mark with their IPAs and their pales like the likes of Azvex and Polly's and Verdant, people like that do. But this beer, I'm still trying to unpack it so I can tell you what it's like, but it's just brilliant. It doesn't taste like a double IPA. It's very, very moorish and drinkable. It's got a lovely, soft, almost pillowy body. It's another one of these beers that's got a really incredible body to it. And flavour-wise, lots of sweet peach tropicalness. There's a bit of mango. There's, I suppose, just a tropical flavour that I don't think you'd really say it was necessarily mango. There's mango and papaya and even a bit of pineapple in there as well. But it's, again, the body is a star of it. And it's another one of those double IPAs that's quite sweet. It's not quite as sweet as that double Uranus one, which I really did like. I thought it was maybe a little sweet. This is like it, but better. Sweetness, which I think the sweetness sometimes give you that moorishness and that very sort of drinkability. There's no bitterness there. There's no sort of hint of hop burn. There's no hint of alcohol in this as well. And I thought, well, 8.4%, It's a little bit more than your 8%, maybe not negligible in terms of how much it is, you know, but it still could make the difference. But to be honest, that drink's like a 6% IPA. And I say that because the body is so, you know, is not like a light beer in terms of the body. Medium, creamy, velvety sort of flavour. It's almost as if there's lactose in it. I think it's just that sweetness and the smoothness of the body just creates that flavour. But it's one of those sort of beers that you could just, if you knock back a couple of these, it's just very, very moreish in terms of its flavour. And it's another reason why I think double IPAs are my new favourite type of beer, because imagine your favourite IPA that you've ever had. If it's a New England type of IPA like this, and think, what made it your favourite IPA? What was it that elevated it above other IPAs that you've had? And I bet one of the things could be, well, it was a lovely, smooth, soft body. This is what this has got. What else was it? Or it had lots of flavour to it. You know, there was lots of different hops. They all created a different flavour. Again, this is what this has got. But there's something about this that just is smoother than your normal IPA. It's tastier than your normal IPA. And I know that I've become a bit of a convertee of double IPAs, but for those that, you know, maybe watched, I used to be like it. I used to watch loads of people review double IPAs, and I think, oh, I don't know, is that going to be too strong? You know, how do I fit it if I'm having three or four beers of a night? Should I drink double IPAs? But really, I think you just need to forget the 8% ish ABV, and just think of double IPAs. Forget about the 8%, because I think that's always the thing that was always stopping me, because I think it's too strong. And I think if it's too strong, I'll just have one beer or two, and I'm not going to enjoy my evening sort of thing, because I'll be like, you know, out for the count. But you know, when you think of something that's 6.5% or 8%, like an IPA or a double IPA, and I'm thinking the sort of sweet spots of the IPAs that I think is 6.5%, and obviously 8% ish is your double IPA. There's not much difference, but actually you can get a beer like this and you think it's worth having that extra alcohol because of the flavours and the body that you get with this. Now, don't get me wrong, you can have double IPAs that are less flavoursome, and you can have them that do taste a little bit like you get the alcohol flavour there and the warmth of that, and others can still be, you know, thin. But more often than not, you're going to get a better body because there's more alcohol. You get, if you like beers with a slightly sweetness to them, then I think double IPAs can be better. And I think, again, when you think of 8%, if you're not a regular double IPA drinker, you're thinking, like I was, oh, is that going to be a bit bitter? Because you associate bitterness with strength, which again is another a misdemeanor. Really, it's not, that's not the case. This is a very good beer. I'm starting to think now that, you know, you have a great beer like this from Overtone, it'd be like, next time I'm going shopping, you know, buying a box of beers or whatever, I'm going to be going, remember that Overtone double IPA? What other double IPAs they got at the moment? I'm going to get one. You know, and if that's great, then Overtone will become like, you know, that will be the brewery that I'll always try and pick one from, like you know, the Azvex, the Pollys, the Verdants of the world. You know, if I see any of their stuff new, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy one, if not a couple, and that's what this is making me feel. This has made me fall back in love with Overtone. This is a very, very good double IPA. I'm still amazed at the value for money that I got from the Beer Dad subscription box, because this has worked out at £2.80 odd for a can of this really good quality beer. And I'll be going, oh, I don't know if I'm going to spend £6 or £7 on a double IPA when I spent £2.80 and had this great deal. So, but this one is a very good beer. Pure Magic, by name and by nature. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Pure Magic from Overtone, from one of my favourite cities, Glasgow. Great city, Glasgow. I spent a good year working up there 30 plus years ago, and I love the city. It's a great place for a night out. I haven't really been up there since then, but I should really check it out. And obviously, I don't even know if Overtone got a tap room. Let me know if I went to Glasgow and I wanted to drink craft beer, where should I go? Let me know in the comments, because I know the areas, you know, whether East End, the West End, Central sort of stuff. You know, I know the places, but I'm not sure if there's a craft beer scene or area within those. But let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's get some scores. Aroma. Appearance. Flavour. That great value for money. As I say, I bought these as part of 10 beers for £28.50, and I got 10 double IPAs for that. Incredible value. And finally, my overall experience. We tot the scores up. Well, it seems like every beer on this channel in the last sort of couple of weeks has been a highly recommended Iron Maiden craft beer, and this one is no different. Total score, yeah, this is a very good beer. This is, you know, this is up there with the best double IPAs I've had. And at the time of this video, what have I had? I had 2 beers from there that were good that I didn't review. The Whale Sharks one, which was a Verdant one that had been around for a while. I decided not to review that. And then I can't remember the name, but it was a Daya one that was a double IPA again with that sort of Sabro hop in it. I really like that as well. So those 2 are really good, but I didn't review them. I reckon they would have been close to being in the highly recommended. We had the W Uranus, which I thought was very good, and also the Azvex one, the Demon Engine. Again, that was very good. I haven't got my scores in front of me now, but I'm sure they were all both 80. So this is another good beer. I'm thinking, is there going to be any beers that are not good in this? It's a great selection. Maybe I should continue with Beer Dad, because they obviously sort of selected some very good beers. But you know, at the end of the day, I will probably need to have some IPAs, and I am looking at another little order somewhere or other. So yeah, I think I might have to see what Overtone have got going at the moment and add them into my collection. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of Overtone. Let me know what you think of my little discussion about double IPAs and not fearing them and embracing them and taking them on. Obviously, for my biggest worry is that I get to the point where I start getting a taste for triple IPAs. I've only had I think 2 in my whole life, triple IPAs. They've been good, but they've been sweet and alcoholic as well. And you don't see that many of them, and they're never cheap either when you buy them. But maybe I'll get to the point where that'll be my tipple triple IPA. Well, probably I hope not, actually, because you know, that's a road that you don't want to go down, I think, long term. But let me know in the comments: doubles, triples, quads. Are you drinking them because you like the way that it makes you get out of your mind, or are you do you think, well, actually, if I want the best tasting, the best mouthfeel of a beer, you got to go higher ABV? Let me know in the comments. And until the next one, well, you know what you do: drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.